2NURFM News. For our sponsor, Tile Warehouse Warners Bay. Open 7 days for your convenience.
It's 2 o'clock. Good afternoon. I'm Thandi Chindove with 2NURFM Hunter News. A man has been arrested and is assisting police with inquiries after the body of a woman was found in a reserve near Lake Macquarie this morning. A passerby made the grisly discovery at about 6:30 in Bangalore Reserve on Crowder Street. Police from Lake Macquarie Local Area Command established a crime scene and are investigating the circumstances surrounding the woman's death. Catherine Buczynski from Police Headquarters says a report is being prepared for the coroner.
The woman is believed to be aged in her 30s and her death is being treated as suspicious. Detectives from State Crime Command's Homicide Squad are assisting with the investigation and they are appealing for anyone with information to come forward. So anyone with information or who may have seen any suspicious activity in the area at the time of the incident is urged to call Crime Stoppers on 1800 333 000.
The Baird government has come under fire for its decision to close Wollombai Public School by the end of this year, with increasing indications Martins Creek Public is set to suffer the same fate. Just 5 students make up current enrollment figures at the Wollombai School, while fewer than 8 pupils are now attending Martins Creek. New South Wales Greens MP John Kay says it marks a dark chapter for rural education.
This is a government that is determined to cut costs by closing down small public schools, regardless of the importance that they provide to their community and the services they provide to children. They take away the need for kids to travel long distances. This is a government that puts the chequebook ahead of educational outcomes in small rural communities.
The University of Newcastle has come in second place after Macquarie University for a number of students paying to have their study done by someone else. The online My Master service is offering to complete exams and assignments for international students in exchange for cash. University of Newcastle Vice-Chancellor Academic Andrew Parfitt says using dishonest means to complete courses doesn't guarantee success in the future.
I think that it's unfortunate that people get perhaps wooed into being able to use those sorts of things. In the long run, it doesn't actually help them either academically to pass an entire academic program, even though it might allow them to pass one particular assessment item.
Port Stephens councillors have reluctantly approved a development application for a pharmacy on a stretch of road notorious for speeding. Even though the development complied with council's planning rules, Deputy Mayor Steve Tucker said the area could possibly attract black spot funding in the future if it caused enough accidents. Port Stephens Mayor Bruce McKenzie says should the move go forward, police will have to take action for drivers who exceed the speed limit.
Perhaps if it's as dangerous as people think, it could be a candidate for black spot funding, which I don't think will ever be, won't be black spot funding, but I think the speed limits, if they're there, the police have to take action on it.
A so-called chainsaw massacre is unfolding in the Hunter as hundreds of perfectly healthy trees are felled in the name of bushfire safety. New rules came into force in August allowing property owners in bushfire zones to remove trees and shrubs if they deemed them a risk. However, the New South Wales Greens say thousands of trees across the state are being cut down for reasons totally unrelated to bushfire risk, such as opening up views or increasing development potential. Submissions to a government review of the new rules close on Friday. The results of a patient survey involving over 35,000 patients have been released today, reviewing experience of care in the Hunter New South Wales public hospitals. While patients highly rated levels of interaction with hospital staff, levels of satisfaction were lower for questions about how well staff assisted and were responsive to individual needs. Bureau of Health Information Chief Executive Jean-Frédéric Lezoux says overall, the results show New South Wales medical services are meeting patient expectations.
Having answers from 35,000 patients over a year of hospital care suggests that the care in New South Wales that's provided is answering many of the expectations of patients with regards to how they want to be treated and the types of services that they want to receive.
In finance, the All Ords is down 36 points at 54.57 and $1 Australian dollar is buying 86.86 US cents. Now a sport, Belinda De Las Heras.
The Newcastle Jets could finally be set to welcome defender Adrian Madashi into A-League action after 5 rounds sidelined with ongoing calf and thigh injuries. He's declared himself fit to play in Friday's battle against Brisbane Roar, with both sides desperate to claim their coveted first win this season. Jets defender David Carney says it's now about refining tactics.
We changed the formation on Saturday and it seemed to work for 4-3-3, so if we can just build on that, cut the little errors out, I think we'll be fine.
Newcastle wheelchair racer Kurt Fernley has capped off his 5th New York Marathon victory with a civic reception at City Hall. He'll spend the next several months on hiatus before a race in Sydney in January, the Boston Marathon, and the 2016 Rio Paralympics, likely to be his last. And Aberglasslyn endurance motor rider Toby Price continues to celebrate his comeback from damaged vertebrae after taking out the world title in Argentina this week. That's sport. I'm Belinda de las Heras.
2 in your FM News Time is 2:05.